Going on, Jerome's. So week 10 of NFL action is in the book. Something we've been doing after every single week is looking at the Vikings slot in the draft order. Now, that is certainly war from starting out 1-5 and now 4-5, the most dangerous 4-5 team in NFL history. But it's still good for some schnitz and giggles, as well as, I know that the tank for Trevor people are bummed. I know that the tank for Zach Wilson people are probably bummed right now too, but it is what it is. So we're going to run through, see where the Vikings are currently in the pecking order, as well as do a mini mock draft, see who's going to be available at 14 for the Vikes. So like I mentioned, Vikings are 14, currently 5-5, deadlocked with Detroit as well as New England. And at this point, tiebreakers, it's whatever. The Vikings still play Detroit at a certain point, but also the Vikings have one game up on Detroit, hence Detroit gets the tiebreaker in the spot. Not that it matters since the draft isn't going to be tomorrow, but it is what it is. The Jets are 0-9. No one's catching them. Jaguars 1-8, even though they looked a little bit feisty and frisky at Lambeau. Just couldn't get it done. Would have loved to see that, but 3, Washington and Dallas, both locked in at 2-7. Washington is terrible. Dallas ain't great shakes either, and the Vikings get them on a short week. So yum US Bank Stadium. 5, the Chargers. Man, you feel for Anthony Lynn. What was the stat? The Chargers since 2018 have had 16 one-score games. Just hasn't gone their way. Justin Herbert is legit. Same thing with Keenan Allen. Nice little mid-career resurgence for him, both at 2-7. Houston would be at 6, except they gave away their pick to Miami, so Miami's looking good. 7, the Bengals dropped one. A really non-competitive game against the Steelers, but whatever. Giants 1-1. They're getting out of the South. Remember it was 1-2? Jets and Giants. The Giants may still win the NFC East, which is just so stupid. 9, the Panthers at 3-7. Not their year. Teddy's dinged up. McCaffrey's dinged up. It's whatever. 10, the Falcons, maybe too little too late. Coming off the bye at 3-6. Denver, Drew Lock, man. I don't know. Maybe Denver should be in on a quarterback. Maybe we'll talk about that in a hot second here. But yeah, not so much. Wasting Jerry Jeudy's rookie year. Then you have the Niners at 12 and fading fast. 13, the Lions actually won a game, almost gave it away against the Washington football team, but it's whatever. Vikings currently in at 14. So just taking a look. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow, of what could be ahead for the Vikings. So the Jets at 1, Trevor Lawrence, easy. Number 2, Jaguars, Justin Fields. I think that's a fait accompli. 3, Washington. I think they could be in the market for a quarterback. I know that Ron Rivera has put out platitudes saying that maybe Alex Smith is quarterback of the future. I love the Alex Smith story. He's great. He is up there in age, though. So I think they do go quarterback. Dwayne Haskins was obviously not Ron Rivera's guy. So I think he does get one of his own. Zach Wilson, come on down. It's unfortunate, but that's a hell of a meteoric rise because before the season started, Zach Wilson was on no one's draft radar. And if he ends up as the number 3 overall pick, wow. I think it's actually more likely than not he ends up at least top 12. So crazy. 4, Cowboys. Now, this one's a bit controversial because you got La'el Collins at right tackle. He's got a decent contract, as well as Tyron Smith, big money as well, plus has a couple of decent years left. Still is only 30 years old. But Penny Sewell, you can't pass him up. You can't. And, kick him into guard, which you probably shouldn't. I would kick La'el Collins back into guard. He was pretty effective there. Move Tyron to right tackle and then put Penny Sewell at left tackle or Sewell at right tackle, whatever. It's a good problem to have. 5, Chargers. So cornerback room isn't getting any younger, but Caleb Farley, best press man cornerback in the draft. Length. Yeah, and also you can scale up against some of those AFC West big-bodied wide receivers as well. It's going to be important. 6. So you got the Dolphins pick from Houston. And we've usually been going Micah Parsons in this spot. Get yourself the quarterback of the defense, but nah. Jamar Chase, him, Preston Williams, Devontae Parker, the trio of towers for Tua. Let's go. All the T's, all the alliteration. 7, Bengals picking up Micah Parsons. They do need a leader in that middle of that defense, and I think Micah is just the guy for that. Also, in the AFC Norris, you do need a guy who's going to be able to shadow Lamar Jackson. You do need a guy who's going to have to be able to run and cover when you're facing Stefanski's Browns, when you're facing the Steelers as well. I think Micah Parsons certainly fits that role. Plus, he's used to the area, he's used to weather, so he'll be good to go there. 8, Giants. So they need someone to fill in for DeAndre Baker. error. So Patrick Surtain, second cornerback off the board, makes sense. Number 9, Panthers. I love Teddy, man, but Matt Rule, I think he'll want his own guy. I mean, Teddy is still relatively young, but can you ever fully trust those knees? Yeah, it's tough. But taking Trey Lance here. I mean, Kwity Paye would be disgusting in this spot. Greg Rousseau as well, just adding more speed to that defense. But going Trey Lance in this spot, or maybe Trey Lance falls and the Broncos get him at 11, which is possible too. Or maybe the Falcons take him to eventually replace Matt Ryan. But Panthers in this spot, 10 Falcons, getting Kwity Paye, trying to find some semblance of edge help. 11 Broncos. That offensive line, I mean, Garrett Bowles, I have no idea. Like the first couple of years, one of the worst tackles in the league. This year, pretty decent. Then it's whatever. But yeah, they need offensive line help. Eichberg coming in from Notre Dame makes sense. 12 Niners. You do need a big physical cornerback to match up in the NFC West right now with DK and Nuke and company. So J.C. Horn coming in from South Carolina. Love it. 13 Lions. This annoys the piss out of me. But Jalen Waddle going to Detroit. Say Detroit, man, the Super Bowl. So 14 Vikings in this spot. Obviously, I'm going Wyatt Davis. He's my guy. The best guard. Just don't overcomplicate things. Don't get too fancy. Just solidify the offensive line. Do you play him at right guard over Ezra Cleveland? Do you put him at left guard? Don't really care. Figure something out. And in the spot, Greg Rousseau from Miami, intriguing. Joseph Asai from Texas, sure. Both of them long-term projects, though. And then also you have Devonta Smith. I mean, him as the wide receiver 3 would be fun. Kyle Pitts is still on board, which would be amazing. Trevon Moehrig, the safety from TCU, helping secure up that back end. Sure. Barrymore, the 3 tech. Passing down nose tackle would be great out Alabama. Alex Leatherwood, the tackle from Bama as well, makes some sense here. But the Virginia Tech tackle as well, Christian Darrisaw, sure. But yeah, I'm just going with my guy. Meat and potatoes, rock solid. Don't overcomplicate things. Wyatt Davis is the guy. So that's it. That's taking a look at the NFL draft order headed into week 11. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull some of the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.